Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Elden Ring, where we are going to continue with the Mountaintops of the Giants in a little bit, but there's a few things in the comments and from last time, from our mostly final trip, I assume, through our final main trip anyway, through Mount Gelmir and Volcano Manor that I want to talk about from the comments and just from my own thoughts. First is about Primeval Sorcerer Azur. A couple of the things that had jumped out to me. One is the color. He has like a sea green color all around him. And what was interesting about that was that's not the color of his hat, of his conspectus's hat. I don't think so anyway. I'm not great with colors. You know, I could pass the first or second grade. I like myself a Crayola box, but that's not green. That's very specifically not green. His Carolus glintstone crown that was from the conspectus he founded. The Olivinus is green. The Olivinus was the sorcerer Lusat. So my thought was that this is not actually Azur, is that this is Lusat. That's my initial thought that jumps out at me, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know why he'd hide it. It could just be unrelated, or I might be misreading the colors. But my guess is that this is not actually Azur, that this is Lusat instead. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also, he is a primeval sorcerer, which makes me think of two things. One is the primordial crucible, so I don't know if he's tied to that in some way. The other is I think was it a talisman I got a little bit ago? Yeah, the primal glintstone blade. Old sorcerers would slice open their hearts with these blades to imbue a primal glintstone with their soul, and thus did they die. So it could be that, like, maybe this actually is Azur, and Lusat used the primal glintstone blade on himself and, like, gave him the... I don't know. Something with that. I'm just word souping it if I try to say beyond there might be some connection. But that was what I got. But there were suggestions from Victor Prati and James Baker in the comments about using the information of Azur's location, perhaps to talk to someone. I hadn't thought of that at all. And when I try to think of who would be interested in this, the first thing that comes to mind is someone who's dead, because, you know, oh gosh, I don't remember his name. It was the guy that was in, where the heck was that? He was up here. Seluvis, yeah, was Seluvis. Sellen. Sellen. Okay, it's got to be Sellen, because I was going to say it could also be, Gowry, it could be Renala, but Renala I've talked to a bunch. So I'm going to I'm going to check in with Sellen. What was the last thing I had with Sellen? I'm checking my little document for notes here. Glowing crystalline manacles in the Weeping Peninsula Witchbane ruins. I will do no good, I swear it, and yet you persist, you frothing degenerates. She was a reviled apostate witch, which is sort of like a hermit, but no, hermits had a structure within Rea Lucaria. They were like an acknowledged school, so I don't know, but she's the only person I could think of, so I will check in with her next. Question is, which do I check in with? I think the default is not the one that's yelling and screaming. So let's, not the tortured one. Let's check in with the regular old Sellen. Where was she? Oh my gosh, I also saw a comment from, and I don't know why YouTube does this. I'll see a notification for a comment, and then the comment is gone. And if you deleted it, I apologize, and I'm not intentionally trying to bring up something like that, but for some reason, sometimes comments just don't show up. And so there was a comment from a while back that, speaking of just it reminded me of how long I've been playing for over a year. And boy, that's a long time. Do you have anything to say?
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence?
Yeah, just... Okay, yep, sure, Azure Sorcery. So it is Sorceress Sellen. So maybe, because we opened this up probably literally in real time for me, like 8 months ago, 6 months ago. And I just, okay.
What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure.
I have.
Master Azure was a founding glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you.
I don't know what.
Will make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice.
Tell me your story, yeah.
I recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria.
I do recall.
It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Carian royal family can rot for all I care. I want glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. Perhaps this is a journey we could take together.
I'm going to say let me think about it, because I want to talk to the other Sellen.
Forgive me, it was an outlandish...
No, you're good, just...
And I fear quite presumptuous of me as well. Don't give it another thought, my...
I will give it another thought. Okay. I absolutely will give it another thought, but I want to see what... Because this doesn't give me any hint of the other Sellen's deal. Except there's that whole, like, she wants to not be bound by the Carian taboos. Yeah, she wants to not be bound by the Carian taboos, and so I guess she thinks that like she could have done some unholy thing to like rip herself apart, like as part of her experiments. Like she wouldn't have had a problem with that. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's the same thing from her. So nothing new from Sellen. I don't even want to call her Sellen number 2 because, oh, she's high. She might be Sellen number 1 for all I know. But nothing new from her. I'm thinking also about the specific school that Sellen came from, or the Sellen was known for, which is the Graven Witch School, which was those... Or not necessarily the Graven Witch School, but she was known as the Graven Witch. It was that the one that makes those skull balls melded together, like the one that just attacked us, and how that was forbidden. And so that must have been forbidden because part of the cost of dealing with this primordial current is that it like messes with your body, it messes with your shape, your structure, all of that. Oh, also, I forgot to... No, I was going to say I forgot to look at the Fire Scorpion Charm from a couple sessions ago, but it doesn't say anything different. Raises fire attack, lowers damage, lowers something else. So I'm wary about this, because I don't know if Ronnie would want me to, but we'll try it.
There you are. Shall we commence? Really, my apprentice? You must have given this quite some thought.
Moderate amount.
Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me.
She's smiling. She's so happy.
Far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit.
I have a favor to... I think this is her saying I have a favor to ask.
I need your help, my apprentice. Master Lusat is another founding glintstone sorcerer. And like Master Azure, he was banished from the Academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lusat? With this glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him.
Sellian... Oh, shit! Okay, no, I know where to go.
To restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now.
A lead on Lusa. I know where this is. This is in that, this is the seal I couldn't get past before that I spent, like, a long-ass time trying to find a way to, but this is what I was waiting for. Okay.
After his expulsion from the academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his
Okay.
home, a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the glintstone key I gave you from a Celian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby.
So you tortured someone who looks like you. Oh gosh, I don't even... And interesting, your head is the green, is that sea green of the person who I'm still not sure is Master Azur, who says he's Azur, but he, again, he doesn't have any of the blue, that the Carolus Conspectus is all about. You and he have the same green. All right, now we're going to head back to Fourth Church America for Sellen. So you took this key from her. I mean, it's clearly what you're saying. You took this key from her. She could have... It's possible this was a different glintstone sorcerer whom you... Am I going the right way? I am very much not. It's possible that she did take this key from someone else and then, like, because people hated and reviled Sellen, maybe the Sellen we've been talking to, who in this case would be the real Sellen, disguised the person in prison there as Sorceress Sellen to be like, oh no, she's a dangerous prisoner. It's fine. We'll keep her safe. No one free the evil Sorceress Sellen. When in reality, this is like the benevolent sorcerer Jim Bob. So I'll be curious to see that. Yeah, very nice. Okay. All right, sorcerer Jim Bob, tell me your secrets. Nothing. Really? Okay. I was sure this would have something. Salient seal breaking can release Master Lusat from his confinement. Just a sec. No, don't kill her. She's still good? Yeah, she's still alive. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go free Lusat if that's who he really is. I'm still thinking that Lusat is the guy. Oh yeah, there's that golem, but no, I'm still thinking that Lusat is the guy who says he's Azur, but I think there's like a 20% chance that that's Lusat, but probably not likely though. There it is. Okay, let's see if we can break in here. Yeah, examine. And now we can open it. So it was sealed by... It makes sense that it has a Raya Lucaria seal on it, because if Raya Lucaria was against messing with the primeval current and this guy did it, yeah, that makes sense. One with the stars indeed. Look at you. And again, you have... What color are you now? You have like an oracle thing on your head. You have like an oracle wrap on your head. What do the oracles have to do with this? Stars of Ruin. And that's going to be it for you. Yeah, you don't look like you are in any position to be speaking, or I'm surprised you could acknowledge me. Again, it's like a midnight blue. It's not even a glintstone. It's not even like a light blue glintstone. Have we seen one with that kind of dark blue? Not really. No, it's kind of a new thing. I mean, maybe the lazuli one. Heterodox pursuit views the moon as equal to the stars, but you're not about the carrion stuff at the moment. You're about something else. What is your brain? Yeah, it's like your head has been turned into one big dark blue thing. Like a big orb, but a smooth crystal. All right, back to Sellen. And I gotta check out Stars of Ruin. Fires 12 dark shooting stars that pursue foes. I wonder if this has any relation to, like, the Dark Moon stuff. Legendary sorcery devised by Lusat. No, that's okay, so that really was Lusat. Okay. Primeval sorcerer, another primeval sorcerer. When Lusat glimpsed into the primeval current, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. So it implies that he saw that after Azur. Azur looked in, saw darkness in the primeval current, an abyss that bewitched and scared him. Lusat saw a great star cluster. It's like this whole alien race thing. Again, we're starting to, the more I talk about that, the more we feel like we're creeping into Lovecraft, or for this series, Bloodborne territory.
My apprentice, give me a moment later. I have a favor to ask.
Okay.
The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body lies elsewhere, but the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between...
I'm well familiar with it.
Imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
I mean, like, yeah, I know your body very well. Not like that, you frothing degenerate. About the request.
My body is on the Weeping
Yeah, okay. I thought it was going to be something else. Lusat's location. Oh, shit.
This is all your work. I am truly pleased to have you as an apprentice and a kindred spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please, take it.
Starlight shards.
This brings us a full step closer. The bodies of Masters, Azure, and Lusat can be admitted to the Academy. If only I could undo these wretched shackles.
Their bodies can be admitted to the Academy? Like for scientific study? Or are you going to try to fuse them into one big glompy gravestone bundle to commune with the current or whatever? Because you seem like you want to follow that route. You want to look into the stars and also become this disconnected ball of, like, crystal mass. Also, what's the deal with your mask, anyway? Everyone else has, like, the same Burger King mask with, like, a couple of variants on it. This is a unique one. Huh. Look at this thing. Yeah, it's just all of them mashed together. This is truly the final form of those who commune with the primeval current, it seems.
My apprentice, thank you for coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something...
On us all. I guess everyone who has them.
My primal glintstone. A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver.
So you're going to try to pass your soul into it.
For my life, and so I entrust it with you. myself.
Yeah. So that's not surprising given what we read about on the Primal Glintstone knives, that this is a thing that happens. The specific means of that was not what I expected. Just shove that in my pocket, and that should kill you, I think, right? Sellen's Primal Glintstone. And maybe it didn't kill her, but it certainly can kill her, we know. Glintstone from within Sellen's body. Seemingly half alive, blood vessels are visible within. Lovely. In essence, a primal glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. If transplanted into a compatible new body after their original body dies, the sorcerer will rise again. My apprentice, do you think it distasteful? It kind of looks like an eye, doesn't it? I don't think it's meant to be, but there's an eye theme in this game.
Apprentice, this is my essence. Please, treat it with care.
And she's dead.
Treat it.
No.
What you hold is my very being. Treat it. What you hold.
Yeah. She's not going to be there anymore, is she? I guess she is. I really thought that would kill her. Maybe it did. But what do I do with it now? Do I go back to, what's-his-face? Do I go to the academy? They said their bodies are ready to be admitted to the academy. That could be a thing. Let me first go to Azur in case he has anything new. Nothing from you. Sellia Town of Sorcery can be found in Caelid. This key was said to have been found in the possession of a Sellian sorcerer. Let me take a trip through Sellia for real quick. Is Gowry a thing? Is Gowry going to come into play here?
Welcome, welcome. How may I help?
Oh, I gave Millicent the prosthesis. This was probably available a while back.
So, you gave Millicent a golden arm replacement. This is a wonderful development.
You're trying to resurrect Melania.
For your kindness. Now, Millicent may fully realize her true warrior's potential, like her beautiful mother.
Yeah.
The girl, Millicent, she is a bird, green and undeveloped, waiting to flower into magnificence. What a wondrous day that will be. In truth, before her, I'd never seen a bud of such superior quality. She might very well outshine her sisters.
Huh. Yeah, you are trying to... You are definitely Team Rot. I don't... So, yeah, Millicent isn't Melania, but she could well be a successor or a reincarnation or something. Because it sounds like you've been trying to find a good one for a while. I was also hoping I would find... I would find something about... Pest threads. Is this new? I mean, if nothing else confirmed it before now, this certainly does. That you're like Team Rot. Incantation of the Servants of Rot. secretes countless sticky threads, launching them forwards, a technique of the pale pests who crawl through the lands afflicted by scarlet rot, the abandoned children of the goddess. Do you have an interest in rot incantations? Faith 11 is all.
Do you have an interest in rot incantations? Then you might like to learn something of the history of Melania, goddess of scarlet rot.
Yes.
Queen Marika and her king consort Radagon were blessed with twin demigods, and Melania was one of them. She was born an Empyrean carrying the scarlet rot. An Empyrean is no mere demigod. In the age of the Elden Ring and Queen Marika, the precious Empyrean was born, a new god to forge a new order. Since Melania fought Radahn, and the great scarlet flower blossomed in Aeonia, I have dedicated myself to her, and to the resplendence of the Order of Rot, the cycle of decay and rebirth.
Desperate prayer. So you don't want to be cured of it. You like it.
Do you?
And I mean, there's... I know that not everyone with a disability would be, wants to be cured of it. I know that there are, just as an example, I'm using this I'm being very careful because there's so much nuance that I'm just skipping over by probably even invoking this. But like, I know that there are people in, say, like the deaf community who like are very happy within that community, wouldn't want to be cured of deafness. And for all I know, this could be similar. But I don't know enough about this, about what it causes, but it certainly doesn't seem to cause a lot of happiness on the from the outside looking in. Is it looking for meaning? Is it... Why?
Do you?
Desperate prayer. I don't love how you're using Melania, or Millicent. I don't love that. Not at all. But that was the only lead I could think of about the key, so I'll keep thinking about it, but I'm going to assume that... Yeah, I think I'm good for now. I don't want to assume anything. Oh, no, I can't think of anything else that jumps out at me like a clear lead to go on. So I'll keep progressing in the game, and I'll cycle back. Like if at some point, as I get closer to the end, because I've got to be approaching like somewhat vaguely, maybe sort of approaching the end. At some point, I'll do like a loop around and see if anything else jumps out at me. But I don't know about the specifically about the Celia key thing, or what to do with that. That my guess is it'll come later. So I'm at Godric the Grafted here, and apparently there was supposed to be something here that was not here. So James Baker in the comments gave me basically said that this is apparently a bug. The reason that nothing is here when I've been going here. And I'm going to follow some steps that he gave me. So go to Godric Arena, walk to the secluded cell Site of Grace. When standing next to it, fast travel to it. Then sit and wait until early day. Guess until morning. And then sit again. And then walk back to the Godric Arena, and we'll see if anything's changed. Oh, Gostok's not here. That's a good sign. I mean, yeah, it's probably a good sign anyway, because Gostok is a odd duck. But it's good for him too, because he's spent the last year like kicking Godric's head around like a football. The dragon is still the same? It sure looks like it. Is that Nepheli? Who are you? You are the great Sir Kenneth Hyde, aren't you?
Ah, nice to see you after so long. Safe and sound, I take it, yes? Good. Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nepheli is strong and just, worthy of the burden of Limgrave's lineage. Such is the sincere opinion of I, Kenneth Hyde, no less. For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine.
Did you just say your lady? Are these two a thing? Boy, I think he just meant like the lady I have recommended to be. Because there was the whole thing about how she smelled the. Are you Gostok? Let me kill this asshole. Kill this asshole right quick. But look at this. Look at this. This is. Because there were hints. I mean, she had there was something familiar to her about the hawk, the ancient storm hawk. There was the whole thing about how, like, yeah, there was definitely that indication that she had some tie to the Stormveil, but Queen Nepheli, I am down for it.
It's been some time. I must thank you for your aid. I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness that has settled on the winds.
I'm very happy about this development. Nepheli, you are going to be awesome.
Again, I am Nepheli Lu, warrior. Some call me by the title of lady, but I remain the same woman underneath, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me.
Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone.
Should you become Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your burden. Farewell, fellow warrior. I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere.
What's weird is we haven't seen any remote hint of I know the father she's talking about is Gideon, but we haven't seen any remote hint of Horalu, who and it's really late. It makes me think I missed something. It makes me think I missed him, but there's enough left. And the fact is, he was Horalu of the Badlands, and we're in like the Forbidden Lands. We passed through the Forbidden Lands. We're kind of still in land that's forbidden, so he might be there, but we've got to at some point deal with Horalu. And I don't know. I'm assuming he's going to be kind of awesome because his daughter's pretty awesome. Not like that boy. I mean, there's enough fathers with whose kids are far more awesome than they, but that's my hope at least. I'm optimistic.
Ah, you is it? Haven't seen your mug in quite some time.
Yeah, you've mugged me quite enough.
See, I'm the new lady's attendant. Freedom was worth squat. Besides, I like it round here.
Really?
Lady Nepheli's still fair of heart and countenance.
She is.
Still, I have the lady's trust.
I don't know why.
So I can loot all the corpses I like. I'll let you take a look at the goods if you fancy.
You know she's like 2 feet away. Of course you have the bandit. You sell an ancient dragon smithing stone. Gimme. That was unexpected. I am glad I checked this. I kind of checked it just... I wasn't really expecting to see anything. Checked it at a habit. I'm glad I did.
I will remain, but your guidance surely lie elsewhere.
For the time being, at which time I can...
Okay. And is anything in here? I thought something would be in here. Or someone would be in here. No, but maybe eventually. Maybe you'll fill this place up. This could be like the start of a harem anime, where she's building the worst harem ever assembled. So far, she's acquired Kenneth Haidt and Gatekeeper Gostock. This is like, yeah, no, this would be the literal worst harem anime in history.
Ah, well then.
Yeah, I was just checking. I reloaded the place and They have the Burning Woman as well. I really think that's likely to be Melina. And we got Godfrey back here. It's got to be Melina, right? Like, it has to be. Melina or... I think Ronnie and Melina both burned, but no one's putting up a Ronnie statue here. I think it's Melina. Smithing, ancient dragon smithing stone. Smithing stone made by polishing a golden gravel stone. A scale of the ancient dragon lord and hidden treasure of Farum Azula. Farum Azula has ancient dragon lords? I thought it was just a beastie place. The ancient dragon lord's seat is said to lie beyond time. This slight stone lightly twists time, allowing the creation of a weapon capable of slaying a god. You know who wanted to slay a god? Because I do. I remember someone very round table holdish who wanted to slay a god. The primal glintstone shudders. It seems Sellen's body has died. Hope I didn't mess up. I think it's just a time thing, or maybe I had to port back to round table hold. It's you. Can I gift this to you so you can make your little god-killing weapon? No, but maybe if I use it, that'll help. Oh, I can't use it yet. Because I need to... I'll bet this gets me from... I'll bet I need 6 smithing stone 8s to get to plus 24. And then I'd use the regular dragon smithing stone, not the somber one, but the regular one to get it that last bit of the way to plus 25. And then maybe you'll have an interaction. Let's check in on Gideon. Now that his daughter has told his ass off, let's rub it in. Let's gloat.
I hear you helped get the girl back on her feet.
Yep.
Though I'm not her foster father anymore, I'd still like to thank you. Sorry for the time you had to waste.
Time I had to waste. I'm looking forward to the time I waste you. I want this yellow thing that stops me from hitting my heavy attack button to go away so I can bonk you with it. Gideon is a real bag of dicks, isn't he? I'm here in the Fourth Church of America now. I'm about to head down to check on... So just making sure I'm recording. Yeah, okay. Whew. I'm about to head down to check on the body. Check on Sellen's body. But any difference here? No. So the next step has got to be finding a compatible new body. It's just, if she asks me to kill an innocent... Well, that's not quite true. No, that is true. If she asks me to kill an innocent, I'm probably not going to do it. But if she asks me to kill an innocent who's being mean or who's a jerk, then I don't mind using the death penalty on them and reincarnating Sellen. Like, if she said, like, quick, you have to, I can only be reincarnated in the body of Jarbairn, then no, you're not getting reincarnated, sorry. But if instead she said, like, I need Gideon's, help me, shove this thing into Gideon's heart. Hold on, let me not get interrupted. Castellan Jerren thanked me at the end of for ending Radahn's suffering and in the way that would please him, and he was all like, I have a task in mind, old business you wouldn't understand. Right. What was your task, just checking on her?
Ah, well met.
Well met.
I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here, of all places. You didn't know Sellen, did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you. She was known as the Graven Witch.
I know.
Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Real Icaria's.
Pretty awesome. And I see the summon sign. Was that summon sign there before, or is that new?
It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Sellen lives on elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought, but one that won't stop gnawing at me.
You're in the right, and she was clearly, like, pretty much a monster. Like, she killed a lot of people for research. Like, she's a straight-up anime villain. But she's also kind of awesome, and I like her. So I'm on her team for the moment.
I suspect Sellen, I'm sure she a sicken.
I could attack him, but I'm not going to. I'm definitely not going to. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to come to a reckoning at some point if I end up reincarnating her. Let me reset this and see if that changes anything. He's still here.
I suspect Sellen, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, Castellan Jerren and I will have a reckoning at some point. I mean, we might not. Again, I might not reincarnate her. That's far from certain. It'll depend on who she asks, who I get the option to shove her glintstone into. I don't think this is going to be the answer, but dang it, no. I'm trying to get to. I want to see if I can do it for Rennala, because Rennala's kind of. Sure, she's my mother-in-law at this point, but, you know, that's, I think that might be as much a pro to this plan as a con. At least by sitcom logic and mothers-in-law.
Now, is it thy wish?
Speaking of, and it would even make sense with the whole rebirth thing, like being born anew. No. I was hoping to birth you as a sweeting fine and fair, specifically as sweeting shaped like Sorceress Sellen, but no luck yet. Okay, and one last check is Lusat, or Azor, not Lusat. But I don't think this is a body that's in any position to be I don't think it's gonna like get up and start doing jumping jacks. Yeah, no. Okay, so I'll assume that'll come later. I know this is kind of a grab bag episode, but I also noticed something cool here, which is that I thought these things on the bottom of the Rykard portrait were just for effect, but I remember now from the fight itself, like now that I have the context of the fight itself, these are the little hands that were all over the snake's body. These were like the hands of the heroes that were subsumed by the snake. And the Snake Rykard Praetor Snakard combination to like that were like all being all grabby on the body. That's a really cool touch. Very, very cool. Also, I was thinking about Bernal, because recusant Bernal said that he was carrying on his brother's will. Which makes me wonder, what if he is a different character from Knight Bernal at the War Master's shack? And if that knight was killed by the bell-bearing hunter that spawned at his location, that could be. That could definitely be. One other suggestion from James Baker, and again, my standard for these kind of hints is if I've basically given an area a full clear, as much as I can, like if given it the old college try as much as I possibly can, and there's just no way for me, like I will not reasonably go back there. Like when I do like a final run through the area, I'm not going back there, like that sort of thing, then I'm okay taking a hint. I was never going to come back to the Castellan's Hall. Never. Like, that was never going to happen for me. And apparently there's someone who's here. So let me turn around and take a look. Apparently they're on the bridge here, I think. Oh. Yeah, I was never going to find Patches in a million years.
You again.
What are you remotely doing here?
Shame you had to see me like this. I had a bit of a slip up, that's all. I should have stuck to what I know best. No matter. I know I can trust you. Gullible, yes, but a good soul.
Thanks.
Make certain that Tanith gets this.
Dancers castanets. What the hell?
It just makes me sick to see her all bent out of shape. Come on, Tanith, back on your high horse where you belong.
Did he go down to her and, like, get grabbed by the little grabby hands, or what happened to you? Maybe he came in here in an attempt to steal them and got hurt on the way in here? I may be looking up Patches X Tanith ship art after this, because he seems to have a legit admiration for her and a kind of a crush. Dancers castanets. Was she a dancer? Castanets by dancers from distant lands. The passionate dance comprises no seductiveness, but merely a dignified beauty. I mean, that would... Should we know that she's from a foreign land by her dress? From, like, a small, older kingdom? So that's got to be, like, something from her childhood that or from her home land that he just found to cheer her up? Good guy Patches. Yeah.
Then I can rest easy, my friend.
Is he really dead? We know that he had admiration for her. Again, what I interpret as more than a little bit of a crush. For her kind of brazenness, her boldness, and going against things. He's gone, okay, 50-50 shot. He could be dead and, like, his corpse just is gone in video game thing, or he could have gotten up. Alright. Alright, we're coming, Lady Tanith. Patches grief counseling to the rescue here. Give dancers castanets.
I have no need of that. I must continue devouring my beloved lord. Oh, you. Allow me some time. Our lord's carcass is not easily consumed.
I'll bet.
Dear Rykard, please, find purchase within me. I wish to be your serpent, your family. One day, let us devour the gods together.
It didn't work? It really did nothing?
Dear Rykard, I wish to be...
Let me reset just in case, but it sure seemed like she just has zero interest in it.
Oh, you. Allow me some... Our lord's car...
What was the point of the dancer's castanets then? It might, I mean, there's enough, there's so many other things that could have gone on that, like that, I know that, like, if you talk to Zarias and give the tonic of forgetfulness when the moon is in the 7th house, and when Lady Tanith has given you 2 of the contracts, but the 3rd contract is still, like, out on, like, still not Tuesday, like, I know there's so many things that could have made the castanets probably do something, but nothing at the moment. Okay. All right. Next on our Whistle Stop tour, wrapping up the last couple of videos, is I got a heart from the magma worm, and I want to see what it does. I guess not from here, though. Where do I have to go for that? Oh, it's probably the Kalid one, right? Grail's Roar. Smaragd's Breath, Magma Breath. Yeah, it's got to be Magma Breath. Those who have performed the Dragon Communion will find their humanity slowly slipping away. Once they fully succumb to their fate, they are left no more than worms that crawl the earth. Yeah. Yeah, we've seen that. They're just transformed humans. Okay, neat. The last thing I'm doing today, before I wrap up, I really thought I was going to have a full, like, continuing in the Mountaintops of the Giants session, but not even close. This was awesome. Is one more seed, is adding the Seedbed Curse that I got last time. Yeah. Use the Seedbed Curse. Enjoy, my friend. You're literally reaping what you sow. Or I guess I'm reaping what you've sown. I think this is the 4th one? I don't know how many more there are. Yeah, okay. And on that happy note, I think that's where we're going to leave it off. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want. Oh, one more thing. So Felicity asked when I was planning to do the Mogwin Palace. And my plan is to do that after I've done as much as I can of this next, like, Mountaintops of the Giants area. Again, the exception is, like, if there's something that, if there's, like, a strong suggestion, no, I really think you should do that first, because, like, usually because, like, story or cutscene, like, to unlock story or that sort of thing, I'm open to that. But my current default plan is, unless there's, like, a special exception like that, is to do that after the Mountaintops. So, yeah, that's it. See you later. Bye-bye.